Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and today I have a plumber that's coming. It's time to replace a hot water heater, and it could get messy, and it could get loud. Not in this video, but in the next video, you could be hearing the sounds of a plumber maybe hammering something or maybe making loud noises. We don't know. But if you hear it, now you know what it is. Look what we've got happening, folks. Last 7 days, look at this. Bitcoin's up 9.73%, Ethereum 5.73%, XRP 7.27%, but they won't tell you about that in the news. It's at 53 cents, folks. On the year, up 16.32%. Of course, Bitcoin has been surging because of the anticipation of an ETF approval. We shall see, but we have pretty much all the Wall Street people from BlackRock to JP Morgan and Jamie Dimon saying that it's going to happen. We even have Mike Novogratz saying it, and you know how he bets dimes to donuts, usually on information that we don't have from what I've seen. XRP's trading, in the process of all this, XRP's trading volume has surged 11% in 24 hours. 412 million XRP worth 213 million mysteriously moves between unknown wallets. Over the last day, XRP's trading volume witnessed an 11.68% surge, with traders conducting transactions almost clocking $1 billion in XRP. Specifically, market participants traded $818 million worth of XRP in the last 24 hours. Can't be a bad thing. Let's check in on, by the way, I tried it for a few days, but I decided that I would put the membership group stuff at the end of my videos because it was breaking them up in a weird way. And actually, Mr. B told me that it would flow better at the end. And so, and I think he's right. So we're going to flow it in the end. And boy, we're going to talk about some stuff in that too. eGreg Crypto, XRP midterm targets. Look at those. I like what he says down here. In the previous post, we forecasted the initial surge in this mega pump could propel XRP to 85 cents or even $1. However, XRP is already pumped to 93 cents. So if we apply this same percentage increase to our upcoming targets, here's what we can look forward to. A, $1 times 9.41%, approximately $1.10. 550, 9.41%, roughly $6. $6.40 at times 9.41%, about $7. I'll take $6 or $7. And then Dark Defender came in. He says it's expected to break 52.86 in hours. It did break that because he did this at 5:08 a.m. As I informed you yesterday, XRP closed above the weekly, whatever those clouds are called. Exponential moving averages are extremely close to each other, like before the 2017 bull run. He has invoked the 2017 bull run. Check this out. This is cool. The XRP, huge XRP ledger advertisement in New York City, Times Square. That kind of hits home, doesn't it? Build and, what does that say? M-I-N. Not sure. Mint, maybe? Yeah, maybe that's a T. Build and mint on the XRP ledger. Visit xrpl.org. And then this was found, I haven't seen this video, but this is a video that's apparently been put on the on Ripple's homepage. And I hope that there's no copyright in here. XRP drops.
Blockchain technology can appear complicated. I'm here to show you it's not. Hi, I'm Pega Soltani, and I'm the head of payments product at Ripple. So what I find fascinating is that trillions of dollars of value move across borders every year.
Yeah.
By 2030, it's
no
expected to reach
this.
300 trillion. Despite this growth, global payments are often expensive, slow, prone to error. Fortunately, at Ripple, we're changing the way value moves around the world. We use blockchain technology and digital assets to enable faster, more affordable, and more transparent payments for both our customers and their customers. Here's how it works. Let's say a business wants to send pounds from the UK to the Philippines. First, they request an FX quote on pricing and foreign exchange. The business receives the quote, approves it, and then submits payment instructions. A digital asset acts as a bridge currency moving from the UK to the Philippines. It is then converted to local currency through Ripple's global partner network. The recipient then receives the exact amount quoted to them in Philippine pesos in real time. It's that simple. And when you're ready to scale to new corridors, Ripple's global payout network provides access to key markets and currencies, including many that were traditionally difficult to reach. You can start transacting within as little as 3 weeks, and your payments will settle in seconds, not days. The future of finance is here.
You got that right. Now, let's check this out. Remember the other day we covered this about how one of the top Bitcoin developers had discovered a massive security risk in the Lightning Network. Well, somebody went and found, this is 5 years ago, Craig Wright talking about the same thing.
Look up Vertice and Edge, and I'll be posting a whole lot of math that you can actually look up things about, and you can see what happens. Even if we were to fracture things by specifically targeting everything, Bitcoin doesn't break. Lightning does. If I DDoS a Lightning hub, a central one, I can take down 80% of the network. If I do that, I can fracture it further, and the graph collapses. An attack of 5 machines right now by DDoS could actually fracture and force all the channels to close on something like Lightning. And guess what? You can't fix it. It is a multi-depot traveling salesman problem, which you can look up to. What that means, it's an NP hard, which you've got an option. It's a sort of dichotomy here. If you solve Lightning, you've also solved the discrete log problem. What happens if we solve the discrete log problem? Very simple. We don't have public-private key pairs. The only way to make Lightning work, and this is what they don't tell you, is to undo cryptography. If you undo public-private key pairs, you don't have anything. So we need something stable. We need something good.
We need XRP ledger is what we need. That's what none of these clowns seem to want to say. Now, check this out, because I didn't realize that this was this bad, but apparently it is. This guy did a thread on this. New York Attorney General versus DCG. That's the Digital Currency Group. And remember, when I got to this party, the Digital Currency Group was the largest thing in all this space. It was the most important company. They had their hands in everything, every blockchain company you can think of, they had bought shares in. So this kind of surprised me. New York Attorney General versus DCG. FTX was worse than Madoff. ETHgate was worse than all of them, folks. They still won't tell you that. And DCG was worse than Enron. This thread will show how and why the New York Attorney General's request will force the sale of Grayscale. The Enron fraud involved the use of off-balance sheet special purpose entities to hide debt and inflate profits. Enron executives engaged in self-dealing transactions. The New York Attorney General alleges DCG did both of these and more. Through complex financial structures, Enron was able to disguise its true financial state. misleading investors and analysts. DCG did the same later, but took it to another level. While many of Enron's transactions were technically within the legal boundaries, what did they call it? It was some special form of accounting some Mickey Mouse accounting where you could book profits the second you signed a deal, even if the deal never actually happened. We're technically within the legal boundaries. The aggregate manipulation of these transactions was the fraud. Enron exploitation accounting loopholes and got auditors and bankers to sign off. The difference is DCG flat out falsified their statements, withheld material information, withheld disclosure, and lied to its own staff and customers about its health. There were no loopholes with the DCG fraud. Wow. I can't believe that that's where this has gone, but it is. Now, I'm going to finish with this because this is important. And before I show you this, I'm going to show you where I'm going to go with this. Brad Garlinghouse in this clip is telling you how when the SEC sues you, John Deaton said from day one that this lawsuit was used as a weapon. And the weapon is not the lawsuit itself. The weapon is by filing the lawsuit, it made Ripple toxic to anybody that would want to do business with them. And that's what this is about. Now, after that, I'm going to roll this into the member group, and we're going to talk about how this ties in to that country with a C and how Jay Clayton and Gary Gensler, they didn't just hurt an American company and make it toxic so that it could lose an advantage it had for America, but they helped that country that starts with a C. And we're going to go into that. We're going to talk about Charles Gasparino has threatened to sue Stephen Narioff, who took a shot across Gasparino's bow. We're going to talk about the Silk Road, which I've never spoken about really, not any significantly on my channel, because I believe it all ties together. Remember, Katie Hawn was the prosecutor that was going after Silk Road. She's bragged about it several times in videos, but we've never really talked on this channel about, remember that guy that they put in prison? Remember that guy the government's kept in prison for an unusually long period of time? Almost like they were putting him away the way they tried to put Narioff away. Well, if you go to DAIXRP.com, you can find out what we're going to talk about, because a lot of this stuff will blow your mind. But first, before we go into the private group, listen to what Brad Garlinghouse says.
If the United States government sues you, U.S. companies, you're kind of radioactive. They don't want to touch you. And it's not that they're passing judgment of whether you're right or wrong. They're just saying, look, we're going to wait and see. And I get it. If I were them, I would probably do the same thing. So I think when I think about when will we change our investment approach to U.S., it's not just getting the rules clear. It's actually also getting clarity from, is the SEC going to keep suing people? And
Okay. Now we're off to the private group. If you want to join us, there's a lot of people that have joined us. DAIXRP.com. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family that all this stuff is connected. And I don't care what anybody says. There's some shady stuff that went on at the inception of all of this. And I think it implicates a lot of people. And that's the reason this has all gone on. Our government is dirty as it can be. I'm so disappointed as an older man at what has happened to this country. Thanks for listening.